Hey everybody, welcome to my suburban oasis. My name is Soleil and I garden in Zone 6A in mid-Michigan. I haven't done a video for a while because I've been so busy with life's hectic schedules. Anyways, we're out here. The fall has come, we've had a lot of cold and rain, and so we're ready to clean up some hostas. So let's get going back to the woodland garden. Back here we're going to focus in this whole area that's along the edge of this rock border. So you can hardly see the hostas anymore, but what happens after they get cold and the frost hits them is they start to die back to the ground. And this makes them really a whole lot easier to clean up than it does when they're standing. So I also get to enjoy some of the golden foliage, and if you haven't seen that, check out my previous video, just the last one. Now what we're going to do is just kind of come through here, and whatever we can, we're going to clean up by hand. And it's going to be nice and simple and fairly fast, and I think you're going to enjoy the results. Alright, so I'm just going to be grabbing the leaves, and kind of if I see some of the stems from the hostas, like these are not quite ready for me to harvest. Clean up. I'm not cleaning these up, I'm not harvesting. Feels a little bit like it, but the ones that are ready, I'm going to be cleaning up all of these along the edge here. And if they have any of those bloom stalks left, I just kind of wiggle them and tug them, and they come right off. Both of these hostas on either side of this boxwood are actually blue hostas, and the blue hostas tend to fade a little bit longer. It takes longer for them to die back down to the ground. Something about their stems are much sturdier than yellow or green hostas. After we come through and clean up these hostas, we'll also come through and do another tidy up with the blower. I did one just the other day, but as you can see, more leaves have fallen, and so we have to keep continuously cleaning. This year, since the neighbors cut down some of their maple trees, we only have leaves really in the backyard to deal with in terms of on a fairly large scale. The front yard doesn't have a whole lot of leaves this year, which, although it's convenient and you don't have to clean, it does mean that I'm going to be lacking some of the normal fertilizer that I use, because I like to put the leaves, after I've chopped them up, back into the garden beds as mulch over the winter time. If you've never tried it, I do highly recommend it. It works great. Now, as you see me just kind of tugging these leaves off real nice and easy, all I want to say is if you have a brand new hosta and you planted it this year, definitely use your secateurs to cut them away. Try not to tug at them hard because you don't want to pull them out of the ground. But you can see how simply these pull away. It's much faster for me than if I come through and individually pick each one and clip them. Now, I don't know about you, but one of the things that really tires my hands out is using clippers for long periods of time. So I'm really happy that I started doing this method. It definitely saves my hands. This one isn't quite as defrosted, but we'll get it done anyways. Defrosted? I know, frosted. All right, well, we got this all tidied up. Now the next step is just to go and grab my blower, and we're going to blow off these leaves. Going to blow them right back into this garden bed so that they can stay in here for mulch. And we're going to continue to get more leaves, so I'll have to blow again. But blowing with it is so easy that I don't mind at all. It's kind of therapeutic, and I love watching it get nice and clean. So let's get going. All right, well, we are all finished, so let's take a look at what we got done. The leaves actually look really beautiful back in the garden bed, nice and colorful. And you can see we've got the path all cleaned off, and we can see the rock border again. And we're starting to see some of the bones of the garden come to life. It's really amazing to see these pieris. If you recall, I had a hosta, a big one right in here. I dug that out. And I also had one down there, and I dug that out. So what we're going to hopefully see over the next few years is these beautiful pieris starting to grow in and show up even more over time. Now, I didn't pull out some of the hostas, which some people say, oh, your mahogany monster heucheras are a little bit covered up by them. You're right, and I didn't get done as much as I wanted to on my project list this fall because we've been so busy. But hopefully, as we go next year, we'll be able to do some more of that as well. Just look at all of the buds on this pieris right here. So yeah, those are really starting to fill in nicely, and I think this garden bed is starting to mature really well. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this cleanup video, and we'll see you next time.